Hello, my name is Kristina Hagen, and I have about 5 minutes right now in which to tell you why I would be the best candidate for the role of Societies and Student Development Officer. So, my main reason for being interested in this role is over the past 2 years. 2 years ago I was president of Butler, so I worked quite closely with the SSE at the time through PresCom, and this year as Environment and Ethics Officer on DSU Exec, I've worked quite closely with Ben because I fall under his student development remit. And especially over this past year, I've become very aware of what the role entails on the one hand, but also the link, really, that there is hypothetically between societies and student development. And I think that's something that should be explored to a greater extent than it is currently. Last term I ran a Countdown to Copenhagen campaign, which would not have been possible without the help of all the really keen, enthusiastic societies that helped out. It all started when there was this forum for intercultural, sort of inter-society forum for all the DSU societies interested in international affairs got together and discussed what it is that they do and ways in which they can work together. Now, I would like to see a lot more of that happening next year. I think that was a really good event, but it's only happened once. And it would be really good if we could encourage not only that one to reoccur, maybe on a termly basis, but also get other similar forums running, they can all be thematic, and there can be several a term, and that way it would be a really good forum for societies to get together. And I think that would be a really good way of promoting student development at the same time, because I think that the two can be very much interlinked, if that makes sense. Over the past few days, I've been talking with a few society presidents, and they've made it very clear to me that they don't really want an SSD who's, all-powerful and almighty and who says, tells them what to do. So either way, I would approach the role as much more of a facilitator by, providing these forums as a dialogue between societies so that they can discuss what they're doing together. And also to promote student development through them. For instance, I think that we have so much untapped potential within the societies for student development issues. I think we should be doing more to promote our societies. For instance, I think it would be great if we got the Fine Arts Society, if we gave them an area maybe within the Student Activity Center where they could display student artwork, for instance, and that kind of thing. These initiatives I think would be really good on both campuses as well. Let's not forget, poor Queens. I think that it would be really good to try and integrate them as well as much into Durham and Durham into them as much as we possibly could. So yeah, that's one of the things that I would be aiming to do. There are other aspects to the role of societies in student development, obviously. Ben sits on the trustee board currently as one of the 4 SABs, and that's a very important role, representing societies and student development matters at this trustee board level, making sure that those voices are heard when it comes to budget allocations and that kind of thing, but also making sure that whatever happens is sort of realistic, and that we're not going in there asking for $100 grand when that's how much we were in debt last year. So I think it's really important that there is somebody at that level doing their best to promote societies and student development initiatives and securing good funding and that kind of thing for them. Furthermore, democracy is a very big role of the job. The Societies and Student Development Officer works very closely with Democracy Committee to organize things like council and publish agendas and that kind of thing. And I've been to council every fortnight this year and last year, and actually in my first year as well when I was serving as junior DSU rep for Josephine Butler College. And I think that I do have some really good ideas on how it could be improved potentially, and also my experiences as JCR chair in my first year and second year have given me great insight into sort of matters of upholding constitutions and that kind of thing, and making sure that democratic processes are upheld. 1 minute, okay. It's just a very multifaceted role, and I have a lot of varied experience across the university, which I think I could, bring to the role. A lot of experience and a lot of ideas and new concepts, and certainly a heck of a lot of enthusiasm. So I would really appreciate it if you would give me your support in my bid for this role, and thank you very much for your time.